Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Opening week in the NFL is an exciting time for everybody, including these two teams here today. It's the Raiders going up against the Dolphins.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to picturesque Miami, Florida. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Miami Dolphins. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I would not want to be an offensive lineman in today's NFL, especially not a center or a guard, if you got to deal with these massive defensive tackles who could not just beat you with strength, but they can beat you with quickness and guile as well. They can get upfield and make plays. And a lot of times what they're taught, just go ahead and tackle everyone that comes in your area and keep the one with the ball.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yard.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's the Raiders punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Fielded just inside the 20. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. And the D looking like they may blitz. A first down throw for Winston. And his first look is incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. On second down, Winston again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. And the wideout in motion. They just do get the play off. Now Winston. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Now that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on third down to force the incompletion to set up fourth. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And now here come the Raiders. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3-and-out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3-and-out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3-and-out. I went 3-and-out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. He's dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a first down.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Set to throw is Amato. Off the bootleg. He's going to look deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down deep into Miami territory. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Now they try the right side here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Here we go.
Amato now to throw on 2nd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball takes the play off. You know, the running back, because he's eager.
And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Winston now after the fumble recovery. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It got his man complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You said you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
Jameis now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's long. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. The slot man in motion right. First down, Winston. An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
A first half update now from Philadelphia. And the Eagles out in front early. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by his former FSU teammate Jalen Ramsey. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now a handoff looking right. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. A well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Well, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Amato on third down. Now they go screen. It's complete. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. Here's Amato on 1st and 10. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the two defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Amato looking to throw on 2nd down. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. As they run the counter play. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Calling a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I like what they were thinking on defense. Just guard the first down sticks. Don't let anyone pass that. Didn't matter whether they threw it or ran it. They just ended up rallying to the football in the running play and stopped them short of a first down.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll be down deep into Oakland territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards. Backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And he'll give it here to his running back. There he goes inside the 30. Let's taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great effort, 2 yards. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. 73 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Here we go.
Set to throw is Amato. Going to throw again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Amato now on first down. And he fires one incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Back to the air on second down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. The Raiders on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. 64 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. On 1st and 10, Winston. Being chased out left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On third down, Winston. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. On the NFL scoreboard, second quarter in Nashville. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Here's Amato throwing on first down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now Amato operating from the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Following the interception, Winston. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Around the NFL, they're in the second in Philly. And the Eagles out in front early. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Second down, Winston. And, oh, Jameis intercepted a third time. Able to get there and pick it. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Detroit! Here we go now.
Set to throw is Amato. Off the play fake. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Raiders on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Yards. They take him down at the 26. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Winston to throw it this time. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Third and long for Winston. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, PI gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by his former FSU teammate Jalen Ramsey. 30, 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando, he's standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. And that time he's smothered as he's wrestled down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And while there is no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
He's going to air one out, and incomplete there. A nice hit, jars the ball free, and brings up third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Jameis to throw it. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Take it at the 37. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Here we go now. Green 39. Green.
Amato now off the bootleg. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Beck. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now. He's been terrific so far. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Dolphins now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now they'll run it on the toss. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Taking it about the 16. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
Amato, off play action. He's going to air one out. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Looking to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And eventually brought down, but not before an effective use of the hurdle there allows him to pick up the first. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
All right, here we go. Back to the Philly. Here we go.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
So 5 yards remain now. Still first down.
Here we go now. Blue, Landy. Blue, Landy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners, keep moving it, keep grinding clock.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
All right, now, look at 56. Hurry up. No.
Shift together here from the D-line. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Final minute now of the third quarter.
Here we go now. Blue, Landy. Blue, Landy.
Here's Amato to throw on second down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
All right, here we go.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
By the way, they're into the second half now in Philadelphia on the NFL scoreboard. And the Eagles have extended their lead in that ball game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And that will extend their lead even further. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the fourth.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Winston. He's going to wind up and air it out. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his third pick of the game. Instead, second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better. Let's get into the weeds here a little bit, partner. The Raiders last year, road games only, committed the most penalties in NFL history for the most penalty yardage in NFL history.
Yeah, hard to believe in something they have to shore up when they're playing away from home. Throwing, Winston. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play that time for the Dolphins. 62 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They run the counter now on first down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And here now it's second and goal. Ball on the 7-yard line. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's third and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard carry. It does put him just a few yards short of the goal line, but fourth down coming up. Here we go. It's Gurley. And he'll be brought down at about the 4. He didn't get in, nowhere close. Gurley unable to punch it in on fourth and goal. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now Amato looking to throw on second down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
And to give this time to the tailback. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. So second down, 3 yards to go now. A handoff as they run the counter play. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now a handoff here to his running back. Powerful. And now a fumble. The ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That will be their third and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. Here's the option going left on second down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Set to throw is Amato. To throw on third down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go here. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them.
And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And the Raiders have recovered.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw here. And the football. It's loose. And the Dolphins have got it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he motions the wide receiver. Here's Winston. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
A second down throw for Winston. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The Dolphins on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Winston. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 23. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Again, they run with Gurley. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. The Dolphins on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And the defense definitely showing blitz here on third down. It's Ballard, and he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. A great return there of 22 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out come the Raiders. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one.
Let's go!
Amato now on 3rd and 2. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact.
Incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
I'm going to forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the 4th quarter now. And the Jaguars have scored again, so they are in the driver's seat big time in that one. A win would be their first of the young season. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. And with that, we sign off from Miami.